calcio di punizione, Mira, gol! Gliel'ha messa! Il gol di Pjanic, 1-0 per noi! L'artista Milan Pjanic!
Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It is me, Jan Esports, and welcome to the new career mode with AS Roma. There we go. This is the first episode. If you guys could smash that like button, that would be much appreciated. In the background, you can see our new team. De Sanctis in goal, then the fullbacks, Digne, and on the right-hand side, we have Florenzi. Then, these are our centre-backs, Manolas and Castan, two really high-rated centre-backs. But then moving on into the center defensive midfield position, the captain, De Rossi, the beast. He will be playing in that position until he retires. In the center midfield position, we have two amazing players with Pjanic, who can take long shots for days, will take all the free kicks, and Nainggolan, who will do all the work on the pitch. On the right hand side, we have Mohamed Salah. On the left hand side, we'll have Giovinco, the pacey guy from the Ivory Coast. And moving on into the striking position, we'll have Edin Dzeko. Now it's time to get into the transfer window. Let's go, assistant coaches. We are starting off this career mode with AS Roma, and before I started this career mode, I decided I will not use the 60% increase because I feel like this team is good enough. The budget is a lot. We have around, let's see, how much do we have? 24.5 million, and we will also take part in the preseason tournament, which means we will get some money. This career mode is in euros. It's not in pounds. Please keep that in mind when I'm offering wages for players, when I'm offering like transfer sums for new players that I want to see in my club. The amount that I will be offering will be a lot more than I would normally offer in pounds. But since this is in Italy, I decided to put it on euros to make it more realistic. The objective is to win the title, reach the final in the cup, and reach the quarter-final in the Champions League. Yes, AS Roma, from the first season off, they are taking part in the Champions League, and I'm really looking forward to see what we can do in the first season already. But I've decided something. We have a lot of players on loan, and Wojciech Szczesny, this is not the keeper I want. I am sending him back to Arsenal. We have De Sanctis in our team, but I already have one goalkeeper in my mind that some of you guys have already suggested in the comments down below of the last episode. These are the players that I'm putting onto the transfer list: Ashley Cole, Lobon, and Keita. They are all really old and they do have low ratings except Keita, who is 78 rated, but I believe we can get something better than him into our club. So these will probably leave the team if we do get some offers. Also, what I've done so far was I've gotten rid of a lot of deadwood in this team that will never make it into the first team. So all of those players who are like 58, 54 rated, I've gotten rid of them. I terminated their contract. That's also the reason why we have a little bit more wages, and now we have moved up to 40 million in the transfer budget. Let's take a look at this. Dzeko in the striking position. I don't know about that. I also don't really think that I will be happy with the left back position because Digne is the only guy we have right there, and he is actually on loan. So we need to get a proper left back into our team. That is something we have to do, and a new goalkeeper. These are the three positions that I'm trying to change in this team straight away, because I've played many games with this team before starting the career mode. As I've seen, AS Roma was winning the straw poll. I decided to get onto FIFA and play 5 to 10 matches with AS Roma and get used to it, get used to the formation that they are using, because I really didn't want to change it, but I really wanted to get used to the players. And now I know which players I don't like, and Edin Dzeko is one of them. I know he might be good in real life, but in this career mode he would basically force me to use Salah and Giovinco to cross it to him all the time because he's a tall striker, and that's not really entertaining gameplay. So Mattia Perin, this is the first one I'm going for. You assistant coaches have been suggesting him in the poll already. And now I'm also going for a left back who is from Italy. It is Domenico Criscito. He's already 28 years old, I know, but I really don't want to go for like high potential players. I want to go for Italian players, and Domenico Criscito is one of them. He's the highest rated left back from Italy and I really want to get him into my team. 24 million euros offered for Mattia Perin and Genoa has accepted. So hopefully he will now be joining our team for 4,100,000 wages, which is a lot, but he's requesting that, so I had to offer him that amount. And Zenit have come up with a counter offer. They said they want more money for Criscito. I offered 11 million, hoping that they would accept. If they do not accept this one, I would move on to another left back, which I would try to get into our squad. These are the players that I will be focusing on. These are really amazing young players. Salah, Falque, Iturbe and Florenzi. Florenzi honestly looks like such a solid player. He can play in so many positions and we will test this squad right now against Zenit, whose left back we are trying to buy. And this is our starting lineup that we will have to use in this game. In the offensive positions we have Dzeko, Gervinho and Salah, but that midfield is just amazing together with De Rossi, Pjanic and Nainggolan. I honestly think we will have a lot of fun with this team, especially with that trio in the middle. So let's see what we can do against Zenit. It starts off with a free kick for them. Danny on it and also Axel Witsel takes it. It lands in front of our goalkeeper and then I couldn't get the ball away and then it's a shot that goes into the bottom left corner. What a shit way to start off this career mode, honestly. This was probably the worst goal I could have conceded. It was one of the weirdest ones. The goalkeeper straight away showing me that I need to replace him. Like, come on. How can you parry that like right in front of you to the next player? That was really bad from him. So it's 1-0 already for Zenit and they do have this striker, Artem Djuba. He is such a solid striker in real life right now. He's one of the tallest ones right now, I think, as well, and he's so strong. But here we do have our own tall striker, Mohamed Salah, and this is exactly the way that I told you guys I had to score. First goal for AS Roma. It has been scored by Edin Dzeko. But do you want to see this throughout the whole seasons? Like, do you want me to cross it in all the time? I don't know. I really don't think that is entertaining. So I need another striker who can score some better goals than those, because I really don't want to rely on crossing it in all the time. So I'm happy that he scored in this match. But Dzeko, mate, you know what time it is. Right here, Mohamed Salah with the pass to Dzeko, and then De Rossi has the chance to make it 2-1 for AS Roma, but he just hits it straight onto the goalkeeper. And De Rossi, honestly, even though he's really old, I mean, he's not Pirlo old or something, but he's 31 years old and you would expect him to not be at that high level. But when I was playing those 10 matches or 8 to 10 matches to prepare for this career mode, I've noticed that De Rossi was the best midfielder for me. Totti joined into the game, had a chance. This will also be a player that I will try to use as much as possible because he is the true legend of AS Roma with the number 10 on his back. And here we are on a corner kick. Iago Falque crosses it in to Kostas Manolas. That's his first goal from the centre back. He shows up straight away. I've tried to buy this guy for my Liverpool Career Mode and he just wouldn't join my team. So I had to join his team. There we go. He is such a solid centre back, in my opinion. One of the best centre backs in this game. Try him out, guys. He's fast, he's strong, he can defend, and also, because they haven't been able to score an equalizer, he got us the victory. In my first match for AS Roma as the coach, I've gotten my first 3 points in the group stages of the preseason tournament, which could get us 10 million. Now we need it because Mattia Perin has just been bought for 24 million euros, by the way, not pounds. Keep that in mind, guys. This is an 81 rated goalkeeper from Italy. He has amazing reflexes, 90 rated on his reflexes. Like, honestly, how good can you be? And he does also have really high potential. So in the goalkeeping position we are set and done, but in the left back position we still need someone, and Zenit finally has accepted my final offer for Crescito, 11 million for him, and we are giving him 120k in wages, hoping that he will accept and join our team as a crucial first team player. And the youngsters are still being trained. All of these sick talents like Mohamed Salah, Iago Falque, Iturbe, Florenzi, I can't say it enough. This team has some really solid talent in here who are not like 18 or 17 years old. They are just on the brink of being established players. So that is exactly what I want to see. I'm really looking forward to use all of them. And also, I'm not selling Pjanic. No way. 84 rated centre midfielder, 42 million offered from Arsenal. That's a lot of money, but I don't want to sell my key players in this career mode who are on the thumbnail as well. This time I will not sell any of them, only if the board forces me to, like they did in the Liverpool Career Mode. But I've now counter-offered 25 million for Edin Dzeko, hoping that they would accept that. And Crescito has now joined AS Roma. The Italian left back is back in his home country, and he will now be playing for AS Roma. After the time he has spent in cold Russia, I'm sure he's really happy to be back in the south. He has really amazing statistics. Don't really look at his age. He's 28 years old, I know, but he will do the job for the whole of this career mode. And for the sake of buying Italian players, I think we have done a great job so far. And after buying those two players, we now have 2.4 million left in our transfer budget and 13k in the wage budget. So we had to get in some offers. The first one is for Bogdan Lobont, and this guy is leaving to Bologna. And we also had some other offers later on, but before that we had to play against Celta Vigo. The team that was also in the polls has just lost against Roma 2-0 for our team, the second victory in the group stages. And hopefully we can keep it going like that. But now let's take a look at the messages. Edin Dzeko is now joining Everton for 25 million. I think that's a good amount for a striker that is like 29 years old. And he has gone for something that is above his value. And he's normally like 16.5 million, as you can see on the bottom left. Genoa and also I think Newcastle are going for him, and I offer 28 million. If they want to buy him, they can go ahead and get him for that amount, but I think Everton will probably get him now. Ajax is our opponent in the semi-final of the European International Cup, which is our preseason tournament. Klaassen scored against us, but we managed to equalize and get into extra time and into the penalties and get past them. So we have made it into the final of the preseason tournament, luckily going through penalties, which I really wasn't expecting. I thought our team would just get past Ajax in a pretty easy way, but it didn't happen. But after we have sold Edin Dzeko, it was time to bring back the beast, Seydou Doumbia. I've completely forgotten about this guy. I was looking through the loan listed players, or the players that have been loaned out, and then I realized, holy crap, I have Doumbia in my team. So I decided to get him back into the squad instead of spending all of that money for a new striker, and just use an AS Roma player instead of buying a new striker. This is our striker right now. In real life, he is tearing it up for CSK Moscow because he has scored so many goals, especially in the Champions League. He has scored, I think, at least as many goals as Messi and Ronaldo so far. I think I've seen some of those statistics, and Doumbia is on fire when he plays in the Champions League. But before I even thought about getting Doumbia into the team, I was thinking Sebastian Giovinco, the Italian youngster who has moved over to Canada, I think, is playing for Toronto. He is such an incredible striker over there, or center attacking midfielder, center forward, whichever position he is playing. He has been scoring incredible goals. We have all seen those vines on Twitter. We have seen his videos on YouTube of all those incredible goals he has scored. And in my mind, there was only one thing. I need to get this guy back to Italy. But before doing that, we are playing in the preseason tournament final against the first team that we have played against. It is Zenit again, and let's see if this time they can actually score again against us. Hopefully my defense will do a little bit better and keep the clean sheet and not concede straight away. But in this match we are using our new transfers. Perin is in goal and Criscito is in the left back position. Pjanic now with a cross over to Nainggolan, who is outside of the penalty area, and this time it's us scoring the early goal with Nainggolan. What a goal that is. It was deflected, but still it's a goal after a really nicely played pass from Miralem Pjanic, who is definitely taking all these corner kicks, all those free kicks in this career mode, because his stats are just insane. Kostas Manolas, really good defending in that position, and now the counter-attack is starting. Giovinco is on the ball looking for Doumbia to make a run. Doumbia getting past these two players with the skills. He has some space, shoots and scores. It's 2-0. There we go. The new striker, or the new old striker for AS Roma, is scoring in his first match back for his team, and that was terrible defending from Zenit this time. But they would not give up. Zenit is a team that has a solid striker, and they do have some really good players like Danny in the center attacking midfield position. So right before halftime they had two chances. This time Juba with the pass to Raul Garcia gets it back and he takes the shot, but Perin is getting to it. That's his first proper save for AS Roma in this career mode. Iago Falque, Strootman and Keita are now joining into the game. I'm hoping that these guys will be able to perform well. De Rossi is walking really weird because he injured himself in this match, so he had to go out with a little injury, but hopefully he will not be gone for too long. And Danny scored. It's the 71st minute as they do get closer to equalize against us if they can keep up the attacks as they have been doing in the past minutes of this game. But Danny getting to it really nicely. And AS Roma, we're looking for a response. It is Mohamed Salah on the right hand side. Cross it over to Doumbia, who hits the post in this position. Could have scored his second goal in this match, but he wasn't able to. Now Iago Falque with the cross. It lands at the feet of Doumbia. Now he passes it over to Florenzi. And what a save that is from the goalkeeper, who just deflects it slightly and it does go onto the post once again. Now Criscito with the pass to Florenzi. Florenzi back to Nainggolan. And I do hit the post for the third time in this match. Insane. 90th minute. It is AS Roma trying to get one more goal in. This time a great pass to Falque. Falque with the cross. And Doumbia scores his second goal in this match. And he just ends it right there. AS Roma are winning the preseason tournament against Zenit, who they have beaten twice in this tournament. And it seems like Criscito has chosen the right team to play for. Here, this team is celebrating the first trophy of AS Roma. I know these have not really been the toughest opponents, but still winning this tournament was really important for our team in order to have really high motivated players going into the season, and also getting that prize money. In total, we have now gotten ourselves 10 million from this preseason tournament, which was the max amount that we could get. Toronto, though, they were asking for 31.5 million for an 81 rated center forward named Sebastian Giovinco. I was offering 20 million. I knew that I really didn't want to spend all the money that I've now earned through the Dzeko transfer and also through the preseason tournament on Giovinco, because I thought that would be the wrong thing to do. We should be spending that money for a few players, not only for one and only, because we already have Doumbia, who is doing quite well already, who has scored 2 goals in his first match back playing for AS Roma. But I knew that this team was lacking in the center midfield position. Keita has now left, and Strootman is the only high rated center midfielder who can join in and be a replacement for those 3 center midfielders that we have in our starting lineup. Marko Benassi is the second one I'm going for after Wallace, which you have seen at the start. And Marko Benassi is a centre midfielder, again from Italy. He is playing for Torino. He's 74 rated, 21 years old. And the other one I was going for was actually the highest rated one. Gira Fofana is 76 rated. He's a centre midfielder playing for Olympique Lyon, and he would be the biggest one to join in if all of those do accept. Toronto have responded to our counter offer of 20 million, and they are still asking for 31.5 million, which I will definitely not pay for Sebastian Giovinco. So this deal is probably done. But if you assistant coaches have any ideas for a backup striker for Doumbia, let me know in the comments down below. I need a proper striker who can join in the game and do some work, who also has, like, let's say a max of a 78 rating, okay? I need a striker who I haven't used already. Please keep in mind that I'm not looking for youngsters. I'm looking for players who are around the rating of 76 to 78. A striker that can play in this team as an important first team player and do work whenever he gets onto the pitch and replace Doumbia as good as he can. Francesco Totti is messaging and he's saying that he's considering hanging up his boots, and hopefully that will not happen because I really love this guy. I think he's an amazing player, but Wallace is not the one to join our team. Marko Benassi or Fofana was now the question, and even though Fofana has a higher rating, which is 76, I decided to go with the Italian centre midfielder Benassi from Torino, and I really think that that was the right choice. I know Fofana was higher rated, but I'd rather have an Italian guy in here because this is a Serie A career mode and I'm trying to keep it realistic, and I'm trying to really try out these young players from Italy I've never tried out. So Benassi is the one that we have chosen, and hopefully you guys will enjoy him as a backup centre midfielder for our team. And I'm really looking forward to see what he can do. He's 21 years old, 6 foot tall. He is a good all-rounder. But after this episode, I want to know, do you assistant coaches think that we have made the right transfers? There will be a straw poll in the description down below. Let me know if you enjoyed the transfers of 3 Italian players, Perin, Criscito, and also Benassi. And please do not forget about the striker question I've asked you just now. I need a striker between the rating of 76 to 78 who has decent potential but not too high. So he will be happy with being an important first team player and sitting back behind Doumbia on the bench for as long as it's required. Thank you assistant coaches so much for watching. Smash that like button for the first ever AS Roma FIFA 16 career mode, and also enjoy the player of the episode, Doumbia.